Hey guys, what's up? It's Jake, and today we are here to discuss what we know about DayZ and Xbox One. I almost just said Xbox, but the thing is, there's the Xbox One, and then there's also Xbox 360, and also Xbox One S, and at one point, I think some people thought DayZ would be coming to 360, which I believe is basically confirmed that it will not be. But there is going to be a version of DayZ for the Xbox One, and one for the, updated, better Xbox One. The newer one that's more powerful. More information on that later. First off, though, I wanted to go ahead and spend some time validating the fact that these are coming, because guess what? One thing that blows my mind always is if you head on over to the DayZ development Twitter, you will see, if you look at their tweets and replies, they spend time literally, at least every single day, except that they're in the office, so 5 days a week, responding to people asking about if DayZ will be coming to Xbox, which is so funny because they've answered it so many times, but yet they still respond to people. So that is some care they've given to show people who just pop onto their Twitter and ask, and to tell them what's going on. So real quick, we're going to take a look at their Twitter account, and I'm just going to go click on tweets and replies. I haven't looked at this yet, and we're just going to scroll on down through here, and I'm sure we will find one that has to do with it. In fact, here we go. So they say, unfortunately, we don't have a specific date for Xbox stream yet, but we want to make it happen, which is them responding to that person there about the fact that, will there be an Xbox One stream, which there will be, and there actually has been in the past already, but they'll have a more updated one. So scrolling on down a bit more here, and you'll see them say, they're asking, is it going to affect the PC development to be working on Xbox so much? Because everybody saw the Xbox gameplay and they're like, wait. Okay, look, we believe you that they're making Xbox stuff now, but is this going to hurt development of the game overall to be focused on console so much? And they're like, no, we're finishing the DayZ version. But they say here, luckily because of our new engine, we can quite easily port any edition from DayZ PC to the Xbox version. So, and then they show it in their status report. Let's go on down a bit more even. We'll just keep going here. Another one. So they say right here, we are going to bring DayZ to Xbox this year. Thanks for your patience. Then they go on, this guy responds and says, get it on PlayStation. Xbox is dead. And then DayZ even responds to that. I say DayZ as if it's a person. The dev team even responds to that and says, we are planning on releasing it on PS4 too. So, boom, get smacked, Mr. Master Gizmo. You're getting it on PlayStation 2. So, but this isn't about PlayStation, this is about Xbox, because there's more information about Xbox. Scrolling down a bit more here, again, we see we were designing it primarily for PC, but if you feel like it is going to be great on consoles too, I get that it's a plus, because again, this guy is just saying that the interface feels more on the controller, which is so funny because he's actually saying that the interface in DayZ looks better for a controller than PC, which I disagree with, but that means that there are people thinking that, showing that the controls can't be half bad. People got to see and feel the controls at one of the recent games conferences. I don't remember which one it was. I'm bad at these names at these conferences. There's so many. So, moving on with the rest of the stuff, I've got a quick clip of some gameplay here, shown of an actual video taken of the screen at that games conference we were just talking about. This is DayZ running on an Xbox One, actually, so you can see how it's running. In fact, we'll go ahead and talk about how it's running. I do want to say thank you, though. That is Jackon. I believe that's Jackon72's footage. I just wanted to use a couple seconds of it because I don't want to take any of his credit. If you want some more footage of DayZ on the Xbox One specifically, and not just .63, head on over to his channel. He has a really good video about it. Anyways, like that tweet said earlier, the engine is being built to work without needing to port the system from system to system. It's very easy, anyways. So that basically means that when they put tons of time and effort into working on DayZ in general, it's not like they have to work super hard on DayZ PC, then again spend 6 months working super hard on DayZ Xbox, and then again super hard on DayZ, let's say PS4. It doesn't work like that. It's going to just be working on DayZ, and then it will, once they have it set up to where each version of the game will run it at different settings, it's as simple as putting it on that platform. It's not going to be separate workloads, really. They only have one guy working on the Xbox version because he's working on the small amount of little porting and settings changes to get the most amount of frames out of the game. On top of that, they said it's already running at 40 to 50 FPS at 1080p and will be capable of 30 FPS at 4K on the newest edition Xbox, which is really cool. I mean, I don't even know if I could run DayZ at 4K on my computer. Probably could. I'll have to see it. Maybe I'll try that. I don't have a 4K monitor, so it's not a big deal. But that's really cool to know that the people on the Xbox One S, I believe, will be able to play it at 4K at 30 FPS, which it's decently playable. If you guys didn't know, back on the Xbox 360 and PS3s, most games you played were 30 FPS or lower. So it's not terrible, although, us on the PC Master Race, wink wink, I'm just kidding. Anyone that's played 60 FPS, though, or plus 30 FPS, knows that that's just a better experience, generally. It's up to you if you prefer a higher resolution or a higher frame rate Personally, I prefer a higher frame rate, but if you're looking to sit back on your couch and just enjoy the immersive world, maybe you'll enjoy some good audio and 4K gameplay at 30 FPS. Otherwise, 40 to 50 FPS at 1080p is very good, considering any of you guys that have heard any of the memes about DayZ in the past know this game has not run too well. It has a history of running actually quite bad. But everyone that's checked out the DayZ 0.63 single edition player or stress tests that have been happening right now for PC have noticed that it runs incredibly well, especially compared to how it used to. And the game actually looks better than the game used to. So it's like an improvement in quality and also improvement in FPS, which is really great to know that this kind of engine they have designed. If you guys are just watching this video, you don't keep up with DayZ too much, and you just want to know some Xbox stuff, keep in mind the DayZ dev team actually created this engine from scratch. I say from scratch. They made the engine. They're not using a new engine from somebody else. They made it for DayZ and future Arma games, which is so cool. And that's what's going to be that's what's going to be powering your DayZ on Xbox, along with our DayZ on PC, PS4, etc. Moving on with some facts about the game, some other stuff that we know, because this video is about everything we know. People have been asking, will it be cross-platform between PC and console? People might be wondering because they have friends that play on the PC and they have an Xbox, or vice versa. And it's been talked about that it's totally possible. Like, there's no limitation of technology, as Rocket League, Fortnite, etc. have shown. It's just that it's not a good idea because DayZ has some very, I don't know if intricate controls is the word, but delicate and specific controls that might be more difficult on one platform or the other. It doesn't matter which one's harder. We all know it's most likely console, but if everyone that's playing in your DayZ world is on a console, it doesn't matter if the controls are harder. Everyone has that same disadvantage. But if you have the majority of players on PC, let's say you have a server, and it's like 50% PC players and 50% console, all those PC players are going to have literally an inherent advantage just simply by using mouse and keyboard, because controls are quicker to access. It's not necessarily like mouse and keyboard are better. You can debate that some other place, but it is easier to press the amount of specific controls there are. So they would have a huge advantage over the console players, and that's just not fun for them. It truly isn't. You can see this in Fortnite. Fortnite doesn't even let you I don't believe you're allowed to just straight up queue with console players if you're on PC. It's only if you are paired with a cross-system person, in which case I believe you're matched with other cross-system people the best they can, which is a pretty good system. And I guess there's a chance if DayZ blew up enough that they could do some sort of mixed system like that, but that's a talk for another day, and I don't believe DayZ is going to be getting as big as basically the biggest game right now, which is Fortnite. Anyways, but again, maybe it will end up being cross-system between PS4 and Xbox, but that is probably not up to the DayZ dev team. That's more on between Sony and Microsoft to hash out. That's not up to DayZ. If you guys remember from earlier, the next piece of information that we are able to talk about kind of guaranteed is the fact that Xbox One will have DayZ in-game preview by the end of the year. Now, the DayZ dev team has been extremely specific, or I don't want to say specific, extremely careful about what kind of information they give out about release dates with DayZ and 0.63/beta. They actually haven't. In fact, the first stress test of the game came out of, I don't want to say nowhere, but it was basically, it just happened. Like, they just they tested it, and there was not much warning. It was literally talked about 2 hours before. They did it, boom, it was gone. And they've all just been random little stress tests. They didn't say, on April 20 blank, we'll be stress testing. No, it came out of nowhere. So for them to actually say it will be out by the end of the year is a pretty big guarantee, and I'm honestly a little worried about it. I think they will deliver, because it looks like right now they almost could deliver it, but they want to have it come out in a really playable stance on the Xbox, because it's kind of a bigger deal for an Xbox game to crash than PC. I don't know why. I mean, I know why. It's just because when games come out on Xbox or consoles, they're supposed to be really, really perfected. PC's used to getting crashes and stuff. I don't know why. I guess because we were used to testing stuff. But they want it to be hashed out and not crashing a lot by the time it comes out. And Xbox in-game preview. Keep that in mind. They're not guaranteeing the release of the full 1.0 DayZ by the end of the year. This is the game preview. But that does mean that anybody who is capable of using game preview on the Xbox will be able to play DayZ this year. So look forward to that. That's really, really cool, and I bet we'll be getting more footage of DayZ on the Xbox throughout the year. Next, this is basically the last piece of information here. The full release of Xbox and PS4 is planned to be around the same time. So some people were concerned with the fact that, is Xbox getting a dedicated early release? And as of now, unless Microsoft really, really pays, the DayZ development team to keep it exclusive to Xbox for a while, unless that happens, it seems that the full release for both Xbox and PS4 is planned around the same time. Now, Xbox will be the first people to get to test it. So if you have an Xbox, you are the lucky few to get to play it first in game preview, and probably for quite a while until 1.0 is released. but the full 1.0 release or whatever is planned to come out at the same time. I'm actually personally not aware if PS4 has an early access platform. Let me know in the comment section down below if they do or do not. I'm curious. But anyways, guys, that's about all the hashed out, definite information I have for you guys on Xbox for DayZ. I hope you guys enjoyed and maybe learned something, and if you didn't, well, you're quite the DayZ Xbox expert, and you must be quite excited, and I'm happy for you. I hope you guys get as good a game as we're all hoping it is. I'm just as excited as any of you guys are. Trust me, I've played DayZ since the day it was released into standalone. And it's been kind of sucky to see it not been such a good game for years and years and years, and I've got to try the single player of 0.63 and I've loved it. So make sure to drop a like if you like this video, subscribe for more DayZ content, and I hope to see all of you in my next video.